is actual legit dark comedy.
It is.
And this is what I want in my dark comedy. I want to laugh out loud while being uncomfortable.
It is what it is, what it isn't, right?
Exactly.
Which leads us into the next film you just saw a trailer for. Don't Tell Larry. And no doubt.
I'm always there for some Ed Begley Jr. I've been a low-key fan of Ed Begley Jr. for so many years.
Even in his short stint in the movie.
Yeah. For me, this is The Office meets Office Space. I don't know, something creepy. Like Transylvania's 65,000 level creepiness. You laugh,
yeah,
but it gets really scary because we've all known a Larry.
We don't even get 2 minutes in, and I'm already laughing, and and it's the creepy moment when he goes, yeah. It's the coffee for Larry, and then you just see Larry like saddle right up to her, right next to her. I just chuckled out loud. I go,
yeah, the awkwardness of not knowing physical boundaries. It's always a good trope. It's always good to get a quick laugh to get you started.
Okay, so the writing here we'll talk about, the shots we'll talk about, but I really think that we have to touch on this because I believe that of all the movies we are going to talk about in this year, and this is, spoiler alert, this is going to be one of those we're going to talk about at the end of the year, no doubt. For me anyway, I think. I don't speak for my colleague, but the acting.
I think we can talk about this at the end of the year.
I think the acting in this movie is fucking spectacular. I think it saves so much. Patty Guggenheim, Kenneth Mosley, Kiel Kennedy, Dot Marie Jones. We have to talk about that. All of these guys, and Ed Begley Jr., obviously, who's in a short brief, and then creepy guy that takes over for Ed Begley Jr. The acting is phenomenal in this movie. It sells everything.
I'm going to say something, and I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way. The acting in this is too good for an indie film. And when I say that, I say this because how many times have we watched certain films, Joe, where the acting is just a little bit awkward, the wording, the everything. And
it's a little behind, it's a little clunky, it's a little, but Patty Guggenheim.
Madison herself. I love Patty. Like Patty Guggenheim is definitely she's become a favorite of mine. She played Madison in She-Hulk Attorney at Law. She is so amazing in this as our lead character, Susan, who is not a very good person, but tries to hide behind this idea of karma. And it's the worst reason to do it. Oh, well, I'm going to do good things, so good things have to happen to me.
There's so much circular reasoning going on in this movie. It's so incredible.
She does more mental gymnastics. You know what? She does Simone Biles level mental gymnastics, okay?
And poor Kenneth Mosley's along for the ride.
I know, right? Oh, my goodness. And Kenneth Mosley is Patrick. He is so lovable. I'm like, bruh, you need a better friend.
Dude, the other thing I love, the reveals here are so clever. They're so interesting.
It's so well done.
You feel like you've settled in and you finally figured it out, or that it's going to go the way you think it's going to go, and it twists and turns. And it's really, and it's not an out of the realm twist or turn. I mean, there's one where I go, okay, that's a little far-fetched, but
But even when it does that, it does it in a way that is fun. Dot Marie Jones in this, she made me laugh so hard. And you'll remember Dot Marie Jones from Boondock Saints, where she got decked by Sean Patrick Flannery. But she is so good in this, and she is like, you root for her so much.
Kiel Kennedy has to be mentioned here.
Oh my God.
I've never met anybody who could be more creepy.
I'm serious. Look, no, I have not felt this uncomfortable with a character since Peyton in The Hand That Rocks the Cradle.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's really great about his performance is that it's almost just innocent, but it's sinister.
Yeah.
He does a really good job
there are some layers that are peeling in an onion in this that he does incredibly with.
Bro, man got more layers than Shrek. Like, everyone in this movie is so odd.
It is. And they all have these moments where they kind of pierce the veil, and then you kind of go, what the fuck is happening?
What, where, when, how, why?
This is a movie where timing is everything, tempo is everything, and it works so well. I will talk a little bit of the nerdiness of it, because what they do that makes it so interesting is they go from wide shots to close-ups, and every time one of those happens, a reveal happens, and it's very cool how they do that, because it's not always the same thing. Like the biggest reveal is a close-up. It is an extreme close-up, and then the very first reveal, which I just talked about, where he saddles up to Susan, is a wide shot,
right?
And it just happens. It's like it just cuts right to it. It's very cool how they do that. That is a very, very talented editor that did that. John Schmicky and Greg Porpora deserve a lot of credit for how they designed this film and put it together, and who they cast. Obviously, very important. I really find an interesting fact about this movie is that it was a pilot that they turned into a feature. Probably got some advice from a studio, said, "Hey, we're not going to make this into a series. You might want to make it into a movie, and maybe then you'll get a series out of it that way."
Right.
Which is what a lot of my friends are getting. I have friends right now who have a similar thing going on. And that was the advice that they had gotten. They told me that was the exact advice they got. So I could totally see how this happened like that.
And that's odd, because how many movies have we watched where we talk about it privately, and it was like, that'd be better off as a series, man.
Yeah,
like, come on.
Totally.
And now here's the exact opposite.
Totally.
This is a film where dark comedy is actually a really good description. Because how many, like, I wouldn't consider Return of the Living Dead a dark comedy, because it's horror comedy, but they've also said it's dark comedy. It's horror with some funny aspects.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. This is actual legit dark comedy.
It is.
And this is what I want in my dark comedy. I want to laugh out loud while being uncomfortable.
The other thing that I really love is the notion that the doing the right thing always comes into play, and there's just something that twists it to make it not happen, right? Which is so great. That's such a great device. It's such a great writing device, personally.
Well, plus, because the thing is, every time they do something that's supposed to be doing the right thing, there's always selfish motive behind it, and that's what's screwing it up. And then they're doing this stuff, and they're just digging themselves into a deeper hole, and it never stops.
The end is fucking great.
It is insane. So it is absolutely insane. And what's weird is that if there was just one decision made, and if they didn't make that one decision, none of this happens. That is my favorite thing about this movie. The one decision.
And every decision that's made after that just makes it worse, which is great too.
Oh my God. And I'll tell you what, this was my favorite tampering with a urinalysis scene ever. It replaces the previous title holder of Rock and Roll High School Forever with Corey Feldman. Okay. Awesome. That just shows you how long it's been since I've had a favorite a straight up urinalysis.
I think this movie doesn't miss. I think it's a hit all the way through.
It's a home run. It's a home run.
It's and like I said, I have to say, of all the movies that we've watched and all the movies that we've loved, this is the best acting by far I've seen, because they're perfect. They all of the characters in this movie, like Office Space in a lot of respects, I think that's an apt comparison, are perfect. They perfectly cast this movie. It is everybody here plays a role in it and does it to perfection. It is, and that's what sells this, because a lot of this is ridiculous, right?
It's absolutely.
I mean,
bonkers.
There's one thing I can point to that makes that everybody would make sense to. There's something that happens in an Uber that happens, and all I can say to that is, doesn't Uber have security measures that would never make that happen?
No, right?